One day, a young boy came to Buddha and asked, "What is my value in this life of existence? What am I here for?" Buddha, with a serene smile, gave the boy a shining stone and asked him to stand in the center of the market with the shining stone in a hand and not to swear a word or do anything. As said, the boy stood with the stone in the market, where people stared at him and the stone. Intrigued people wanted to buy the stone from the boy and asked him for a quote. The boy didn't reply, as insisted by Buddha, and many asked for the stone for $20. The boy didn't say anything nor gave the stone. People laughed at him and called him the loser. An entire day went by. The same happened. The boy came to the Buddha in the evening and said people wanted to buy the stone for $20, and he said nothing. Buddha told him to come by next morning with the same stone. The boy appeared with the stone the next day and asked Buddha, "Do you want me to sell the stone?" Buddha, with calm demeanor, said, "Carry the stone and stand near a museum." As Buddha said, the boy stood. People passed by him and asked for the quote to buy the stone. The boy said nothing. Few wanted to buy the stone for $200, and he was shocked and wanted to sell. But no, as Buddha insisted, he must not sell the stone. A day passed, he went to the Buddha. People now wanted the stone for $200. And Buddha smiled and instructed him to come by tomorrow morning with the same stone. The boy appeared the next day. Now, the boy was curious about what this day might teach him. Buddha instructed the boy to take the stone to a jeweler and wanted him not to sell the stone. The boy, as instructed, went to a jewel maker and gave him the stone. The jewel maker was shocked. He offered the boy a seat and brought him a drink. The boy stumbled. The jeweler cleaned the stone with his finest cleanser and placed it in a box of luxury. The boy was speechless. Then, the jeweler was more than ready to buy it for $200,000 and told the boy this stone could be sold for more than $500,000. The boy couldn't even speak out of shock. Then he, as instructed by Buddha, brought the stone back and told the entire story to him out of inexpressible shock. Buddha smiled and said, "My dear boy, the world is full of people with different mindsets and values. Each possesses a unique purpose of existence in this reality, and where you set yourself determines your worth. With the same stone in the market, people wanted it for $20 and said you were a loser. In the museum, they wanted it for $200. But with the jeweler, the stone worthed more than $200,000. It is where you choose to stay and what value you bring into the world. It's you who chooses to stay with. Either you can be with the volatile, toxic, and disloyal people, or you can stay with people who value your presence, with no intention of exploiting you and with no expectation. They know your worth. We in our life, soon or later, understand this hard truth and feel guilty to accept it. Your mind denies the fact. Your heart feels betrayed, and you feel detached and lonely. More than loneliness, you learn the hardest truth and begin to choose the right people in your life. Your worth, your time, your presence are more than important. Don't lose yourself for anyone. You could be a whole new, better person at your own company than with a friend who dumbs you down. Buddha once said, "Detach yourself from relationships that are toxic, disloyal, and mischievous. People who put you down will never take a step to bring a fraction of change in your life." In this world full of self-centered people, finding a good soul can be hard, but unknowingly, you can be one. Stay where you're celebrated, not where you are needed. You are for good things, and he knew you deserve better. Know your value.